go. It honestly sounded a bit more, you know, kind of blood spurty, gashy than a neck slice should sound. I mean, I'm no professional on it. Oh, well, balls.
I'll kill you.
Screw you, I'll kill you. Oh! Oh god, I was sorely mistaken about who's gonna be killing who. Oh god, I'm sorry, you were definitely right. You were definitely right to say what you said.
Get him, boys. I'll take him down. Give him to me. I'll deal with this guy. Die.
You know what, yeah, eat that tomato, I don't even care anymore. Oh. Frick! My buns hurt! Drop down! For the love of God, Broken, drop down, you freaking...
Make no mistake, we'll get you.
No, you won't. Run as fast as you can, can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread man, whatever. I'm the gingerbread man! You know, I already ate... Oh, why did I eat that right then and there?
I've had enough.
Of course he did.
Please don't let me die here.
No, you don't. You don't get the reference.
Had enough.
You don't. I don't care how good riot gear has evolved in whatever year this is.
Shoot all you want.
I should have shot you in the groin so you'd be holding your balls for a
Had
week.
enough?
And then eventually bleed out.
When I get a hold of you, I'm gonna take you apart.
Where are my arrows at? Oh, there's one. Oh, you son of a... No, get away, get away, get away. Good. Alright. How many enemies? They really just throttle the combat up. I can understand a few enemies, but this gets ridiculous. All it took was a leg shot, really. I think I lost that second arrow, which kind of sucks. Okay, I can make it, I can make it.
Do not ask me the last thing you do.
Alright, I can... Just gonna try to do a quick sweep, try and find that second arrow. It would be nice to have it. You pick that up, I mean, I don't care if it's a plastic one. Plastic mallet, it could still work. Maybe it could work like the unloaded gun, maybe just be a sheer intimidation factor, you don't know. Oh hey, I definitely didn't grab that, ever, in any playthrough, so that's good. Not in here, anything? Nope. Well, basically there's just some slight walking left, so I really don't need to grab this stuff. I may as well just, yeah, smoke them if you got them, I suppose. Follow that up by taking an inhaler, and then why not stab adrenaline into your heart? Why not? That can't possibly be bad at all. Why am I up here? That's a good question. Why am I up here? Why am I down here? Because that's the way I need to go, that's fine. Alright, well, looks like I lost that second arrow. I could probably look a tad more thoroughly, but
It's Henry's wood. May, we've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh,
so glad you're
God.
okay.
You came for me?
Of course, sweetie, I wouldn't leave you here. Now come on, let's go find your mother.
I look like Swiss cheese, but you know.
Watch out.
And
flooding.
now they try to
Must be
blend.
caused by the quakes.
Now what happened to my bow? Ah, whatever.
Ready to find your mother and leave this place?
I sure am.
And this is where they try to blend in the last
Sounds good
bit
to me.
of parkour, but really all it is jump and then run a bit and then jump again. Like here it is. This is the last jump of the entire game right here. Well, actually, you gotta do a few jumps here. Then you gotta climb a ways. There you go. And then one more jump. Ah, well, there's a ladder there. No. Pull yourself
Found
up.
her.
And then you gotta
You're a
climb.
miracle, you know that? When nothing else in this world works like it's supposed to, you, my friend, are a miracle.
Oh. It honestly doesn't let you. Oh. I guess that's good. Oh, whatever. Friends
I
ain't
don't know
screw
what
up.
to say.
Come on, we should go. The boat's
Right.
And, here comes the abrupt.
Port Sienna. How far is that?
be there in 2 days, so I guess it's not close. The air is much cleaner than here.
That's what May needs.
Alright, so.
You must be Linda. While we were waiting for you, the boat
Oh,
nearly got
her name's
hijacked by
Linda.
some guys
I'm pretty
with
sure they
guns.
mentioned
Let's
that
go.
earlier, and I
We'd all
wasn't
like to
paying
leave
attention.
this place as far behind as possible.
No, tell me about it.
Hurry up, it's time to go.
Are you coming?
No, May. I'm not.
But why not?
I just can't. Not until I've found Julie and Mary. I left them once before. I can't do it again. Besides, Henry's still out there, and I'll bet he needs my help.
Then take this to your daughter. She might eat it.
Thank you, May. I'll make sure she knows it was from you.
Thank you for everything you did. Take care. You'll find them.
Julie. It's gonna be okay. If you're still here, I'll find you. I promise. I'm gonna find a way to make it up to you.
And that's the end of the game. That's the abrupt ending that I was talking about. I mean, it's implied that that's Julie, his wife, and the stuff on the table is stuff from Broken, we'll say. Total score 110%. Okay. Number of deaths 27. Doesn't make sense. Total, I suppose, like across everything. Oh, okay, I guess. What does that entail? Alright, well, yeah, it's implied that Broken died and she found his stuff. That's his wife, or she at least found his stuff. It's open to debate, but, that's the end of the game. It's pretty open-ended, really, and abrupt, I suppose. I guess you can think whatever you want to think. Maybe Broken just left that stuff. Maybe he's dead, who knows. Or whatever you decide to name the guy. Maybe you just call him Survivor. I don't know. It's kind of a... That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know, it's redundant, well, maybe not redundant, but calling someone who's possibly dead a survivor, that's doesn't make too much sense. And I do believe something would be playing here, but I think I'd turn the music off if there was an option for that. Or it may just be the audio screwing up again, as it's famous for doing. But, or maybe it's just silent, I don't know. All in all, pretty good game. Like I said before, a solid 6.5 to 7 out of 10 maybe. Honestly, there were some things that could have been improved upon. Like the audio, that being majorly out of sync constantly, that was bad. And, where they kind of throttle the combat up at the end, the game was solid all the way through, but the end is just like, it seems like they got lazy and just like, okay, throw enemies in, and then see where that goes. Like, maybe they wanted you to implement stealth, or use stealth, but if they wanted that, they would have had a segment before where you sneak past some people. Which I guess you kinda do when you're going to set off the fireworks and you sneak past those 3 people in the one room. If you play the game, you'll probably know what I'm talking about, but if you haven't, then I'm sure I mentioned it earlier when I was at that point. But other than that, like I said, solid 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Audio was very screwy. Ending definitely seemed like it was just rushed. From what I understand, wait a minute. Never mind, it doesn't tell you who played who. I thought the person who you played as actually had a name, but apparently not, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, ending just seemed like it was rushed. Pretty sure this game took a few years of development and then eventually stopped development at some point, and then restarted, or maybe not restarted, but started back up. And that I can understand, but the ending just seemed like kind of flopped. The song fell flat, we'll say. Fell on deaf ears or whatever, I don't know. Yeah, plus how abrupt it was. It definitely seemed like it was a chapter too short. Like, having a good wrap-up chapter. It seems like it was left open for DLC, perhaps, or a second game. But, to my knowledge, at the time of recording, there has been no indication from the developers that they are in progress of a second game. To be honest, I haven't been keeping up with them at all. So it could be a well-known fact they're working on a second one or DLC or something, I don't know. It's been out for quite some time, so I doubt it's DLC. If anything, it'll probably be a second game. But how would they go about explaining the dude's stuff, ending up with who's presumably his wife? And then the character you play as went on to mention, came from back east and I was injured and I had to walk all the way here. That would have been a good game. Maybe second game as a prequel, something like that. Like how it got to this point, that would be interesting. Yeah, seeing the transformation go from hustling, like a nice hustle-bustle city, all that stuff, and then slowly turn into what you see in this game, that would be interesting. Or just a completely different thing where it doesn't turn into, like, Dust Cloud City, it turns into, like, foliage growing out of skyscrapers. That interests me greatly. Like, nothing turning into dust, but turning into, like, being reborn, so to speak. Earth reclaiming the skyscrapers and all that, just having foliage growing on the giant skyscrapers, yeah. Haven't used that word enough. What else could have been improved? I don't know. May just be with me, but every time I switch weapons or pull out a weapon, it would lag up and freeze up, I mean. Well, either one. Well, freeze up is actually more accurate. But that could just be on my part. I don't doubt it isn't. I don't doubt it is on my part. No. It probably is on my part. There we go. I'm too exhausted to think of the proper words. These are really long credits. And having nothing to listen to, that I can hear at least, it's a bit draining. Not too much to say after that, I think. This has been going on for 35 or 36 minutes almost, yeah. These credits are rather long. I hope they aren't looping, because then I'd look quite the fool. And, anything else? Any closing thoughts? Well, would I recommend this game? I wouldn't speak ill of it, but I probably wouldn't go preaching of it. I personally enjoyed this game. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but at some points, yes, I was angry, but if I was honestly gonna play through it just for fun, I'd play through it on normal, or whatever the regular difficulty is. It's probably normal. There's only 2 difficulties. And I played on Survivor, so I got rather angry at some points, I can admit that. And, yeah, about it. Alright. My throat is starting to hurt. These credits have been going on for quite some time. I'm not making this 2 parts. If it's 40 minutes, by God, it's 40 minutes. Hey, we're finally seeing the ending GFX, or I don't know why I said GFX. Yeah, I need sleep. That's bottom line, I need sleep right now. I need a drink. I gotta unhook. I gotta unplug, and all the recording stuff, gotta put that away. And then I'll deal with rendering this out later. It's some other date. But yes, that's it. This has been the I Am Alive Let's Play. I won't say go buy it, but I won't tell you you shouldn't buy it. I'm gonna remain neutral on this. Like I said, solid 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Improve the audio. Not have a pretty just bland ending where you just shovel combat into it. You try to wedge combat into it. Don't do that. Like, tips for the next game. If there is one, I don't know. Don't do that. Those 2 things. Well, try to improve the audio so it actually syncs up. I'm not sure if that's on my part or not. I doubt it. Just because it really, really, really is bad. Cuts out like every 3 seconds. It's pretty god-awful. Don't try to wedge combat where it shouldn't be. If anything, the last part, I don't know, I feel like they should have blended combat and parkour evenly, instead of just having more combat than parkour, or jumping, running, free running, whatever you want to call it. And the screen went black because of inactivity, and it's pretty long. It's a pretty long thing. I don't want to say it's Metal Gear Solid status, but it was getting there. That's about it. Just get a better ending. Do better with the audio, and try not to leave so much open to debate. Like, what happened to Henry? What happened to him? But this has been the I Am Alive Let's Play.